I'm going to start recording now. Hello, people. Welcome to Mainevent Boxing Talk. I've got Spencer with me. Hello, Spencer.
What's going on? What's going on, y'all?
I'm good.
Hey.
Got Tom here as well.
Good to hear you, Spencer. Good to hear you being here.
Right. Who wants to kick off then?
Well, why don't we start with the obvious thing, which is Canelo versus Bivol first.
Yeah, okay. That's cool.
Yeah, let's start off with that. What are your predictions, Spencer?
I want to say Canelo late stoppage between like rounds 9 to 11.
Well, how is he going to get there?
You know, this is what I was assessing. Bivol got a nice jab. He has a tremendous jab. However, Canelo has already fought people with good jabs and was able to like get inside. So he's kind of well adjusted, so to speak, to a jab. If Bivol doesn't really have anything to come behind the jab, which I don't really see him doing, then it's going to be difficult for him to stop Canelo from doing the usual body attack, wearing him down, and then as soon as he wears him down. The only skepticism is that Bivol has been facing light heavyweights for like majority of his career, so he's used to guys hitting hard, you know, or just as hard as Canelo might be hitting him.
I agree. One of the things I wanted to say about that is there's an unknown quantity here in terms of movement. How if Bivol like can continue to move and not take body blows, because he's very good coming in and out. He usually just throws 1-2s. But
right.
To be effective against Canelo, you got to move and you have to throw a lot of punches. And
right.
As we saw Gennady Golovkin, that you got to back Canelo up. He doesn't fight well backing up. So that's the unknown thing here as to what can happen in this fight. And he's fresher than Kovalev was, and he's like around Kovalev's size. So it's very possible this could go, you know, a different way if he can manage to stay away from the body attack. But Canelo has to take his jab away. So like you said, if he can take his jab away, it'll be an easy time for Canelo.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
I agree with you.
What do you say, Nathan?
I think Canelo's going to win on point, but I think it's going to mirror the fight he had with Callum Smith a little bit.
Yeah, I agree with that.
Basically, the only reason why I say Canelo, obviously the way he moves, he can throw a punch at you. You can throw something at him. He can miss you, slip it, hit the overhand right, hit you, and then back off again. Like that's what he did to Callum Smith. Or not, I could see him doing the same thing.
Yeah, but we have a different situation here. Callum Smith was actually shot at 168.
He was because
he should have moved up. But this guy is a legitimate 175.
Yeah, but Bivol, for me, he doesn't. I've never seen him really. You know, he hasn't had any good knockouts for a long time.
That's true.
I just don't think. I think he's improving, but he's not elite level. You know, we need to be honest about it.
It wasn't since Barrera, I think, that he had knockouts.
He's not an elite fighter, in my opinion. Maybe I'm wrong.
I agree. You know, it's definitely an easier choice than Beterbiev.
But he doesn't look as good as a prime Kovalev, does he? You know, and
no,
Bivol's 31 now. You know.
Well, compare with Kovalev, where Kovalev was trolling him with the jab until he got caught. You know, that's how Kovalev was, I thought, scoring more points in many more rounds.
That's just my opinion.
We'll have to see.
Kovalev also has probably, in my opinion, might have a more powerful jab than Bivol does.
Oh yeah,
Bivol has a nice jab though, but
that's true.
I think Kovalev has a more powerful jab. So
Bivol,
I mean, I know he was drained or tired or didn't have enough time to recover from his last fight, but he's still
he's a better boxer in terms of boxing, but in terms of power and knockouts, no. In obviously his boxing skill is better than Kovalev's.
Yeah,
it's true.
His boxing skills now is definitely better than what Kovalev was at the time when he fought Canelo.
Absolutely.
I don't think Bivol's hit his prime yet, is what I'm really trying to say.
Well, it'll be hard after 19 fights to hit your prime, but he had a good amateur career.
Yeah.
But he needs more seasoning on the pro level for sure.
I feel like he's taken this fight, you know. I guess if you've got a call to fight Canelo for a pay, as you want payday, you have to take it, don't you?
Right.
Yes, for real. I mean, it's at 175, which is a good thing. I'm surprised that Canelo didn't want to make him come down to 170, but
I don't think he really needs to. I think he's bulked up, you know, enough to carry 170 easily. He was always coming in, you know, at junior middleweight at 150. You know, he came to 154, but he would rehydrate to like 172.
Yeah. No, his weight carries up without question. I was just, you know, the rumor of Canelo trying to seek advantages against his opponents or something like that, have Canelo weights and all of this other stuff. You know, this is like when he wins this fight, if he wins this fight, there should be no type of excuses from any skeptics on Canelo's skill level. You know, you know, like we mentioned Kovalev, but people use that victory with an asterisk, like, you know, he was just coming off the yard fight. He didn't have enough time. Callum Smith was drained. He wasn't really at once. He shouldn't have been at 168 anymore. You know, like Gennady Golovkin got cheated. You know, like there's a lot of asterisks with his victory. So
well, yeah, but that's because he's avoided the monsters except for Golovkin. But he did avoid Golovkin, you know, until he was older. So you know, he's not going after Benavidez or Charlo or even Andrade.
Yeah, no, I got that, but and this is Bivol's victory though. It doesn't come with like a short camp. He's not weight draining Bivol. You know, like there's nothing. And Bivol is a legitimate champ. He has defended that title a couple of times. You know, like so this shouldn't come with any skepticism, is what I'm trying to say. If he,
I agree with you. But still, you know,
there's going to always be. Yeah, that's going to be what it is. It's not Beterbiev. Beterbiev is due to fight Joe Smith, so we got to see him fight Joe Smith first. You know,
and hearing about him fighting the best of the best, you know, who was the best of the best that he beat? You know, he won the decision against Gennady Golovkin, who was the man.
Yeah, I was gonna say it got to be Golovkin is considered the best victory that he has.
You know,
right, and the first one, in my opinion, was not a draw. I thought Golovkin won that, and the second one was very close. Whatever.
Shall we?
Yeah.
What do you think about Shakur Stevenson? You guys?
Yeah, I think he is. I think he is nice. Yo, this guy is. I was not expecting him to do what he did, but he did what he did,
and he did what he did. Yeah,
it was surprising and impressive. Like I was expecting him to outbox him, you know, kind of not really be right in front of him all night, but he was right there in front of him, in front of Valdez, and Valdez couldn't really do anything.
He schooled him too.
Yeah,
and he took some shots, but he had whiskers, man. You know, he's going to be bigger too. You could see his frame. He's going to be moving up to 135.
Yeah, he's going to be a lightweight real soon. And you know, like he's still like under 25 or 25. He's not yet 25. So he got a long way to go. We got a nice crop of young American fighters with him, Shakur Stevenson, Boots Ennis, Keyshawn Davis, Xavier, the dude with top ranked Xavier Zandes, I think that's his name. Another good prospect. But yeah, Shakur Stevenson school Valdez.
God, he's a future of the way.
Yeah.
Good fight.
Yeah.
He's being groomed by Crawford, isn't he?
Yeah, his team.
Oh yeah, Crawford is there.
And you know, it was a great performance, and he's getting better with each fight.
Sure,
My connection is messed up because I'm
It's
hearing
not
things.
too bad. I can hear you. I can hear you. Hello,
Okay.
Tom. Because he's trouble. Anyway, what did you think of the?
What?
If you're talking about the Katie Taylor Serrano fight,
Yeah, I
yeah,
can't hear
that was phenomenal. That fight was a class. I mean, I would have picked Serrano to win, but
Tom, can you leave and come back because the signal's pretty bad your end?
Oh, coming.
Yeah.
You hear me?
a little bit.
A little bit, yeah. Speak
Nathan.
again. Yeah.
You'll hear me in a second.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. Go. I thought Katie pulled it out in the last. Yeah,
I don't
Serrano
think
started
Katie won
taking
the
over.
last round though. I think Serrano won the last
That was a
round.
close round.
Yeah, that might have that to me Katie was ahead. I mean, Amanda was ahead anyway going into the 10th, the final round. But
Yeah, she came
like
off the gas
Katie,
pedal.
yeah. I mean, it took a lot of her out of her whipping on Katie them few rounds, 5, 6, I think 5, 6, and 7. So when Katie came back, she won 8, she won 9. I'm like, all right, she gotta like. So if Serrano wins the last round, she definitely wins the fight, in my opinion. If Katie could win the last round, then it's possibly a draw. But hey, the judges might have seen it at a different angle than what I've seen it. Was looking for different things than what I was looking for. But it was definitely a good fight. And for the state of women's boxing, it definitely helped. It definitely helped a lot. And there was another fight on that card, another ladies undisputed title fight for the super middleweight.
Yeah, I didn't see it. How was it?
It was okay. It was Cruz Dazon, I think it was her name, or Dazon Cruz. I get the last names. I may be saying them backwards. She fought. It was Clarissa Shields' first fight as a pro. She fought her, who it was also her first fight as a pro. She fought Clarissa Shields. She lost, obviously, because Clarissa Shields won. But she wound up winning. I forgot the lady's name that she beat, but she was giving her a pounding. She was definitely giving her a pounding, but it went the blows. Those two fights, and hopefully with Clarissa Shields versus Savannah Marshall, it's going to kind of like give more eyes to women's boxing, or at least.
I think Savannah Marshall's a little too slow for her.
No, I think Clarissa Shields beat Savannah. I'm just saying the hype behind the fight. The whole hoopla behind the fight.
Right. The build up and all that.
Yeah, so it should be good.
As for you guys, there's a fight that's obviously been confirmed. There's now a place for it in the Miami hotel. Dubai will be fighting Brian on the 11th of June in Florida. What do you guys make of Trevor Bryan learning the jab off Larry Holmes?
Well, go ahead.
I mean, if Larry Holmes has had his reputation of his jab is tremendous. So, like, if you're going to want to mimic someone's jab, it's not a bad one to use. Hal Holmes is the one to use. Whether or not he can like relay that message to him is a different story. But if he's going to try to style his jab behind Holmes, that's definitely a good thing.
Because we've seen that Daniel Dubois can't handle jabs. We've seen it.
Right.
So
against
does that
Joyce,
mean that
that's how he got
Dubois
hurt.
will lose, in your opinion? Is it because it's starting to make me think, this is probably 60-40 now?
Well, he would have to be able to use it, like the teachings.
But based on his last performance, he looked terrible. But he's dropped them in like 25 pounds, Brian has. You know, if he can get in the 230s like he was when he won the title, he'll look good again. You know, I don't know.
I'm going to say this. Bryant, like him or not like him, is a better boxer than Dubois. Dubois has one type of style that's come forward and try to knock you out. And he does not have a pedigree that's as strong as Bryant's. Now, if Bryant's dropped 25 pounds, that's telling me he's not fooling around. He's not taking the sparring partner mentality, you know? He had that sparring partner mentality. Wasn't he sparring with Fury?
Yeah.
Yeah, so there's a different mindset when you're going up as a pro.
It's not as shut and cut as I thought it was. This could even go the distance. You know, Dubai could get a late stoppage. I mean, I don't know what's going to happen now. This has made it more intriguing now. On paper, Dubai should win, but we just
think
don't
so.
know.
I don't think so. No.
Based off what Tom was just mentioning, just think about it. Like Dubois has a limited amateur experience. Trevor Bryan has more. He's faced more styles. He probably is a better boxer than Dubois.
But you have to say, overall, based on his last performance, he looked dreadful. But obviously, that everyone can have enough now. But I mean, Dubois should win. Should. But he probably, you know.
No, I don't think so. I'm going to go with, I don't think so. I don't think he's guaranteed to win here.
No, not guaranteed to win. But I'm saying he should win.
Well, here's the factor. If Dubois can stay on him and smother that jab and then get close to him and start pounding, he has a very good chance. If not, if he gets hung out on the end of that jab, it's going to be a long night for him. But, and he's going to get busted. He's going to get busted up, just like, what's his name?
Dubai, for me, he's not really worthy of this title shot, in my opinion, at all. How do you guys feel?
Well, I don't think he's ready.
Yeah, like Dubois has, I don't know if this is the misfortune or fortune to have been built to ahead of what he's supposed to be.
Yeah.
Like they put him higher than where he should have been at. He performed well on certain occasions on a big stage, but then, you know, when he fought Joyce, you kind of could see things that he needed to work on. You could see that he wasn't quite ready yet.
Joyce
and
would beat Trevor Bryan.
Yeah, Joyce.
Yes.
Joyce is a different,
and he should be getting the title shot, in my opinion.
Isn't Joyce fighting? Who's Joyce fighting?
Joseph Parker, yeah.
Joseph Parker.
Yeah. That'll be a close one. I think, you know, I would go if Joyce comes in and you hit him. I mean, I don't know if Parker can stop him from coming in. And
no, I don't know either. And Parker, the only thing about Parker, although he's talking,
I'm still going to go
more reckless now.
Win, but only just. It's going to be that close.
Okay. I'm a predict it closer to fight date. I want to see how they look at training camp and all that.
I've got a lot of respect for him.
You want to see the merchandise before you buy it.
A man who came out of nowhere and, you know, won a World Cup.
Yeah, going back to JP, like the only thing about JP, although he's been talking a lot more aggressively lately going into this fight about how he's going to win and he knows he's going to win. You know, he doesn't seem to put his foot on the gas when he needs to. It's like he does enough to win. He believes he's winning, but he doesn't, I don't know, he just doesn't separate himself a big deal from his opponent.
I don't see him landing like big shots like he did. His power as he's aged hasn't worked with better boxers.
I'm talking about JP.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It hasn't worked. He hasn't been able to stop guys like he used to stop.
Right.
He's become more cautious too.
So yeah, that could be it too.
Yeah, that's my take on him. I mean, look, these guys, you know, they're trying to hold on to their positions too. And now we have Hrgovic pulled out of the fight with Zhang because his father died. But Hrgovic is the dark horse of the heavyweight division right now, you know, as far as I'm concerned. He's a big threat.
That is funny. that Hergovich had to pull out of the fight. Because
Well,
Hergovich, it took a while for him to get a fight. He had to go
Yeah.
down the list of all the people on the IBF rankings.
That his dad died.
And then he got Zhang to agree, and now he got to pull out.
Well, yeah, he says because his father died. That's what happened.
Is this is Zhang's replacement an IBF fight?
It's a joke.
Or is it
It's
just
a
a
joke.
It's not for the title, right? I mean, the mandatory position, right?
No, it's not a title eliminator.
Okay. Yeah, and what's it called went on sale today? I got to see if I'm gonna go get them tickets. Turbia versus Joe Smith.
Okay.
Yeah.
So
So,
that's gonna be at the Hulu Theater.
right. What did you think of Liam Smith winning? I forgot his name.
Jesse Vargas. Yeah, Liam
Yeah.
Smith. Liam Smith is that. I mean, I don't understand how they were saying that was a crossroads fight for Liam, but it's a good victory. I mean, he should have won. He's the naturally bigger guy. He fought at the heavier weights for more of the career than Jesse had. Jesse has dabbed with some politics recently, so his focus might have not all been there. But
I think he should retire though.
Yeah, I think that was like a foregone conclusion anyway. Like whoever was going to win. I mean, if whoever lost was probably not going to be getting too many shots and should retire anyway.
I agree. Yeah.
Because if Liam Smith can't beat Jesse Vargas, then his days of being a contender at 154 might be over. And
his marketability is shot then.
Do any of you guys want to watch the fight with me tomorrow? I know you've got it, Spencer. Do you want to watch the fight, Tom?
What time is it? Because I'm working tomorrow night.
About 5 a.m., I think.
5 a.m. Where? By you?
Yeah.
So that would be what? 6 p.m.
They usually do the fights. It's in Vegas, so they usually start the fights at about 10 o'clock out there, right?
Right. So that'll be my time, 11. Yeah, maybe if I could get the.
I'll stick it up for you anyway.
Yeah. So what else is coming up? Floyd Mayweather's fighting again, right?
Yeah. But Jack is going to be on that undercard.
Right. Badu. Why is he on that undercard doing an exhibition when he should be vying for a title?
Well, I don't know if that his fight is an exhibition fight. I think his fight is a legitimate fight. Floyd's is the exhibition. His is a real fight.
Who's this guy, Don Moore? Because he's got a losing record. And what weight division is he in? I couldn't find
I think Badu Jack is fighting at cruiserweight.
Okay, but I'm talking about Floyd versus Don Moore.
I don't even know who this. I don't even know who Floyd is fighting. Like I was so disinterested in these types of fights with Floyd because this is strictly trying to get some extra money. As you said, I don't even know who this guy is.
Well, Floyd, you see, he files his tax extension for April 15th, and then he fights in May or June, and then he pays his taxes.
Yeah.
That's what he does. He'll get his tax money.
Right.
He keeps deferring it till next year,
Yeah.
That's the way that works. So what else we got to talk about, guys? What else is happening?
I mean, Castano, isn't Castano and Charlo next week? Is it next week?
Yeah, that's the rematch, right? For the draw for the middleweight title. That's going to be good. Castano wants to knock him out this time, yeah. So who do you think is going to win with that? Knock Charlo out?
Yeah. I mean, he can, but would he be able? He
didn't wobble him last time, did he? I don't think he wobbled Charlo at all.
No, I don't think so. But I'm gonna go with Charlo.
Yeah, me too.
Charlo.
I think Charlo needs to fight smarter and hit harder.
I think I think for him, he might do a little bit more, like improve a little bit slightly enough to make the difference in what happened last time. So that instead of it being a draw, it'll be like maybe a unanimous decision, majority decision for Charlo.
I hope so.
I don't see him knock him out though, but
I think Charlo needs to make a definitive statement here if he wants to get bigger fights, and if he wants to move up and fight Canelo.
well, if he get the title fight and he wins against Castano, yeah, he would definitely. I don't know. His brother's looking for the fight against Canelo first, so.
Oh, his brother's going to move up.
Well, this Charlo right here is the smaller one, the one that's fighting next week is the 154.
Oh, well. Didn't the bigger one have a draw against somebody not too long ago?
No.
Okay,
No.
I got it confused.
Charlo, okay. The bigger Charlo is fighting Selecki though. He's fighting Selecki.
Right. Okay.
He's fighting Selecki. Because the younger Charlo, that's the one that went into the smaller Charlo is the one that went into the undisputed at junior middleweight. That's all of the titles, and that's the one that wound up in the draw. The smaller one. The bigger one is the one that's closer to Canelo's size. He's fighting at 160.
That's who I want to see fight Canelo.
I think we've only got a few minutes left, guys.
And the bigger one is also the one that's undefeated. Remember the smaller one, the one fighting for undefeated.
We've run out of time.
All right.
Tom, can you see how many minutes we got left? At the top?
Hold on. Let me look. I'm not on my computer, but let's see. It doesn't tell me here.
Oh dear. Okay, we've run out of time then, guys.
Hey, it was great talking with you guys. The three of us make a good team here.
No doubt.
We'll be back next week.